Hello and welcome to Matchgirls podcast. My name is Dorina and I will be bringing you 3 different episodes. These episodes will contain 2 different poetries, and also I will be reading about Sam Jones's experience when she had found out that her great-grandmother was part of the Matchgirls strike back in 1888. Welcome to episode 1 of the Matchgirls podcast. This episode you will hear my lovely friend Aurelia, who will be reading us poetry by Eleanor Welsh. As to make the podcast more interesting, I will be giving my opinion and reaction as how this poetry have described the Matchgirls strike.
Strike Anywhere by Eleanor Welsh. At the bench again, match fingers working from memory. You are reliving last night's ostrich feathers, the color of sky that hangs over the factory's high ceiling. Glue and dust growing now like extra skin. Pretty, weren't you? In the music hall, everyone said so. The double-ended lucifers in your fist require only friction. Not along the red edge of box, but anything at all, and you think of this when the other girls has sixpence swiped for a trade that topless from her hands. Only friction, a bright fissure through the air that sounds like breaking before the flame finds its way. And you made it yourself, didn't you? Admit it, you're becoming ostrich egg. Bulge under the jaw and tooth cracking sound. Pushing scared fingers into your throat where it swells. You're heavy enough to drown. Growing new bones. You are incubating pipping. Breaking up when you're bite down. But last night alone. You sang the words at the ceiling. After the show end, thought of the ostrich feathers that moved on the dance floor as they could take flight. The blue of the great outdoors. With matches breaking in your wet face before raining down, you hear the same old music play now as you push through. Through this cruel eggshell, a flames fissure through the air that sounds like breaking. They're scavenging pennies from you, but you're suddenly starving and sorbed up, belled up, and matchbox small like a fist for the fight.
Listening to this poetry, it made me realize that this is how it could have felt if I was part of it. Eleanor Welsh is describing last night events. Basically, she's talking about what actually happened at the Matchgirls strike and how the little girls have felt. She also talking about how you could realize that, you just went through such a massive event and this is what you're becoming. This is what's happening at your workplace. You're being treated with disrespect. There is not much help you're getting. You're still young. You still have your whole life in front of you. However, you're just working and you can't do much. The only thing you could do is work 12 to 14 hours a day and get paid less than you should have. She also talking about how much these little girls do try to fight for their rights and do fight for being treated with respect and also for a better quality of life.